Let's see here, Twitch. Hello.
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign. Oh. Did we? That's cool.
Hello, Draga here. Thank you so much for Friday. It turned out good after a little bit of technical hiccups.
What happened technically?
Yeah, Twitch didn't work. I've tried 3 times and it just basically that dropped 80-90% of all the frames. But it seems like a lot of people had issues with Twitch.
Plague abandoned nuclear sites.
Yeah,
Witnesses
yeah,
report seeing glowing lights
so I abandoned it and we ran a Discord instead. Yep.
A veteran zombie
so we had an impromptu Discord meeting, which worked out really well.
Now describe your characters. How did you do that?
Yeah, a lot of people could not get on Friday night.
That's what I've heard too. Yeah.
Strange stuff. Who knows what the hell is going on?
They started using AI to supervise it.
Who knows what's going on?
Well, that's what some did, and they kind of screwed up quickly, so yeah. But I don't know. There we go. So now I think I've done all the setup stuff is done. Yep.
A story once spoken is ageless. The dungeon imagined without end.
Yes, Draga, that's a good one.
Curious are the ones most courageous. The tree that endures has to bend. From stillness, the mad mage is stirring.
It must be something. Hey, Naz, what's up, man?
Zagged
I don't know. I don't get half the time what is going on behind the scenes.
Will never escape.
Yeah, it might be something that was out of Twitch control. It might be they have providers for their internet connections and servers and all that stuff. So it might have been something there too.
I have a feeling though it's got to do with more what they're doing to try and eliminate, like, get workers getting credit for streams or something. I don't know.
That might be. Yeah, you never know. But it worked. It only worked for like 10 seconds, and then it dropped immediately. So yeah.
I dropped a frame Saturday morning, then it cleared up.
Yeah. And I tried like 4 times, and it just died after like within a minute. It died.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick, Jeremy. I always do topics that are based on what's going on in my game. Oh, I tried to, and this one's just dead on. So. Hey, Rory. What's going on, man? Said the Mysteries Tim should be on at some point. I don't know when. I don't know how long we'll be on. It's kind of like having Leonard on.
Yeah, he just pops in and out.
Yeah. Hey, Michael. Thanks for the giveaways from yesterday.
Yep.
All good, man. Let's see here. Still got some time here. So far, so good. Yeah, man. Do some history tonight first. So how stuff has come to be with this. No, I didn't freeze yesterday morning. I dropped like, I don't know, 1,200 packets, which is probably 3 to 4 seconds. And it was fine after that. It was just weird. What's up, Rob? I don't know. Don't know. Nice. That's wrong, but
POV, I had 30 minutes before my campaign group showed up, and I was totally unprepared. I grabbed my Ready Set Encounter box and boom, everything I needed for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot tables, stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our Great Dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready Set Encounter live now on Kickstarter.
If you use these spheres, Michael, for
POV, I had 30 minutes before my campaign group showed up, and I was totally unprepared. I grabbed my Ready Set Encounter box and boom, everything I needed for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot tables, stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our Great Dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready Set Encounter live now on Kickstarter.
Can't hear me.
Uh-oh. I can hear you perfectly.
Oh,
so,
okay. That's
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get way up. Six away from 13,500. Something like that. Oh, and sometimes they go up a bit. That's just the case. He is the brawler. Absolutely. Very shortly after 7, so okay. There we go. Hey, Blue Joy, good to see it. Have some fun with this discussion. Purging. That mean throwing out stuff?
Yeah.
I think of purging, I think of something else, but it's good. But not really. Nice. You gotta do that too. Alright, so it's on Emmy right now, and the ever mysterious Tim will be on. Alright. Hey Anna, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing better and better. Yep. Not
good.
much cough left, so that's good.
I hope so after 3 weeks.
Exactly, after 3 weeks.
God.
Yeah. Yep.
That's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Yep.
So shows come together based on what's going on in the campaign. This is a perfect time to do this. So if you didn't watch yesterday, Boy, it was a fun time. We had a really good group, and I started a new. Of course, Courtney Cocoa Bunny's, got some technical issues going on right now. I don't want that group to stay stagnant. I kind of branched off, Anna, into a witch coven subplot.
Okay.
And so with that, we're going to go over all this fun stuff here. And it is a blast. There's a lot to discuss, a lot of history, and maybe some conjecture. Because witch never made witch was kind of a big thing early on, and then they just decided not to even mention it.
It's been a bit. Yeah, it was a big thing in Pathfinder 1 had a class, a witch class that was, I think it's made it into Pathfinder 2 and many other fantasy games.
So third edition didn't have it, but Pathfinder did.
Yeah, I think third edition had it somewhere. There was some class somewhere ended up, but it was not part of the in player's handbook or anything. But it was probably some supplement somewhere. I'm sure someone had made either third party or was in one of the other books, but it was not part of the core rules, so to speak. But in Pathfinder, it was in.
Well, I wonder why. And that's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah,
I have some ideas why. I mean, right up to satanic panic and all that other bullshit. So thanks, Moose, for popping it up. That should hype us up. So we're dead. Did that 100? Look, did that 100 not hype train us? That's weird. It still says incoming. Did they change that too? They changed too much stuff, man. That is strange. That is strange. I thought for sure that your 100 would have done that, but look, it's didn't do it. Very weird. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. So, all right. But we'll figure it out here. Oh, you renewed and did it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's all good. Someone will get us. Someone will get us. So, all right. Tim will be on shortly. Thanks, Rob. Tim will be on shortly, but let's go back to the beginning. Now, how far back is the beginning, Anna? What do you think?
Yeah, is it early 80s or what are we talking?
It's earlier.
No? Earlier. Okay.
I'm going
so
back
when you started
1977 before I was
Oh, wow.
Going back to 1977.
Oh, you found an old Dragon article or something?
Oh, this is the well, here, you're not going to see it with that crap up, are you? So, what's that? Dragon number 5.
Oh, now this is old. Yeah, it was still called the Dragon back then.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Dragon number 5, and it's March of '77. I'm not even playing yet. I'm just 10 at the time. So, yeah. And this is funny because I can't find any instance of they resolved this. I'm going to show you what I mean, but this is crazy. So, thank you for the hype train. The Dragon 5. Look at that. Gen Con in Lake Geneva, the Playboy Resort.
Oh, maybe it was one of the first or earliest ones. They actually went from the horticultural hole to the Playboy Resort because it was actually named
Diplomacy Convention.
Oh, okay. X. Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine a 10-year-old going there.
The first Gen Con anniversary, 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get down here. Tim Kask is the editor. That's how early we are.
Yeah.
And the Sutherlands are here. But here is
Witchcraft.
Yeah. Where is the notation on this? There's a notation on this. We received this over 15 months ago and have been unable to establish the identity of the author.
Oh, was that maybe a way of dodging the...
I don't think so. I think they just don't know who sent this to him. Who's reading this? Please step forward and receive your just reward, Ed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Signed Ed. So they don't know who did this original one.
Yeah.
So this is before base. Yeah, this is OD&D era. So I found that so hysterical.
That's awesome.
Yes. This is so early. So they got this in '75.
Yeah, so it's like brown box or white box era OD&D.
Yeah, I mean, nuts, absolute craziness, absolutely crazy. So,
which meant that the only spell casting classes they had was the wizard and the cleric back then, right? The druid wasn't even
I
done
don't
yet.
think so. Thanks, Enoch. 59 months, man. Okay. All right. So, here is the first time you see a witch discussed that I know
Cool.
of.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you found the earliest ones here.
Right.
At least the earliest one we still have in recollection. Yeah.
Right. Witchcraft, including those spells which resemble clerical and wizard spells, will not affect Jinn, Ifrit, clerics of any alignment. These 3 types are immune to witchcraft. All right. Well, this is whoever they don't know who wrote this. Still, I wonder if they ever figured that out. But I don't think there's anyone around that we can ask. Maybe Tim Cask may be the only one, and he probably like, "What are you talking about?" At this point. So, Patrick, thanks, man. Boom. Thank you, everyone. All right, so I'll do two giveaways, two books for whoever wins. But here are your spells, minor spells, and a lot of them are mage spells and clerical spells mixed together. Major spells, not stuff I'm going to use, except here is the first mention of the Secret Order witches and their powers. Which, yes, we're going to get to that, Rick Spells, definitely. 50% of the primary survivors of my current Dungeons & Dragons campaigns are wizards above 11th, so it's just talking about when ordering out their encounter present any sort of realistic challenge. My solution, whoever you are, witches, particularly those about the Secret Order. Now, in all the following up articles, this high Secret Order thing is going to continue, which is good because that was a major thing that happened in my game yesterday with a spell that I changed slightly. I gave the person a saving throw, but if she had failed, all the flesh would have been flayed off her skin, and she would have taken 10 to 100 points of damage. So, yeah, the High Secret Order are bad, and they're evil and mean, and yeah. So here's they start talking about the High Secret Order in this article, which is cool. So this is beyond your normal witch. This is a coven of really bad witches. And that's what I like about the start point here. And so it says, it gives you some history. And then these are like special spells only the High Secret Order can use. Skull of Death, Mountain Seeds, Leech Dust, Assassin's Eyes, Witch Wand. It goes on. Serpent Belt Seed Satchel, Hornet Cape, and so on. All right. So witch lairs, it talks about, witch items. And then, of course, the one thing that's bad about these books is it says at the end, continue on page 28. So I got the old ones.
That's how it worked back then. Yeah. I hate that too. It's much better if they have all the text in one go, so to speak.
Yeah. So Dragon Dex has the author of this list. Is not. Yeah, exactly, Michael. They still don't know to this day who the author is of this article.
I could tell that even back then, this was a complicated class that broke a lot of the regular stuff.
And this is an OD&D era.
Yeah. So, but on the other hand, there were no real conventions for what a class should be or could be.
No,
so
this is very experimental era.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So look at that. And you got some miniatures. I mean, look at how cheesy miniatures look. I guess that was good for back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
$35 for miniature now, all metal, all lead or whatever it was. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad.
That's like $200 today or something. Yeah.
Here's the argument you got in this like in Dragon 5. Gandalf was only a 5th level mage. I mean, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is a joyous era because this is the early era where anything went and people, you could really, there was a lot of experimentation in the game. And I like still doing that to this day. And as a matter of fact, at the end, near the end of the stream, I'll explain how my game's always improving and changing. I'm trying to get to page 28 here. Here we go. So here it is. Here's the very end of it. That's it. They squeeze that. I don't know why. They squeeze that little piece right there. Just to say pages. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they did. So here's SpringCon 5, East Lansing, Michigan. So they were still, you know.
Seems to be a lot of magic items built into the class description, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, and AD&D terms, but once again, those whatever he was, they may have been all just holding back on their powers. So, who knows? All right, and thank you for that hype train. Really appreciate it. So that's our first. That's our first second dragon, number 20. November of '78. I'm actually playing now. I'm playing Holmes Basic. Horrible Halloween issue. More witchcraft in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Son of Orc Con. Cal State.
They have a wormy. Yay.
Oh yeah, wormies. Yeah, we'll check the wormy out.
Yeah, they had a wormy.
And the Phineas Fingers in here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, where's the witch article on this one?
And Orcon was already on.
Is that still going on, Orcon?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Orcon is still going on every.
That's cool.
I think. Yep. This is spring, and then it's the other whatever. It's the same people that organize Orcon in the spring and Strategicon at fall, I think.
Yeah.
So it's 2 cons a year around here.
Yeah, that crier art was used for collector souls. Was it? I don't know how you knew that, Michael. I have no idea. All right, so there's a wormy.
Yep.
Yeah, how's your neck, Frank? So, yep. They're trolls. No,
yep.
Wormy doesn't appear in this one himself.
No, it's just the trolls.
Dragon. Yeah.
But I like the trolls.
Yeah, here on Wormy's pool table.
Yeah.
His lair. Wormy was being hunted by bounty hunters for what crime, Anna?
Oh, I can't remember that.
He was wargaming.
Oh. How quaint.
Yeah. Patrick, I don't know if there was in Judges Guild, but we have enough here. Trust me. I have enough here to put together my witch. I mean, and it's
this article.
Yeah. Good, Anna.
Now it's good. Now it's starting to look more like a regular class description, so to speak, like we used to.
Yeah. And this is Ronald Pehr, P-E-H-R.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does, Mike. He war games with living creatures, but he hires trolls, and they don't use fire, so that they all regenerate. That was the catch. Yes, so he was wanted for wargaming. Yeah, it's a fun thing. All right. So, and now we got spells. We got some we got some it's getting there. A lot of these spells are pulled out of here comes Tim. My guess is these are pulled out of the OD&D because Holmes Basic's still out. What's up? The ever mysterious Tim is here.
Hello.
Tim, we already went over Dragon number 5, which was the first one that they don't know who the author was, the first witch article. Now I'm in Dragon 20 for the second one. Not ones we're using yet.
Cool.
Yeah, man. We're not getting into it. As you can see, this one, they have up to 8th level spells, and there's Summon Devil. So they're kind of using infernals in this. Circle of Disintegration, and some of these spell ideas carry on into the next one after this.
There's a lot of similarities.
There are a lot of similarities. Yeah, it kind of takes its form after the first one, which they still don't know who the author was. It says anonymous to this day. So, Tim, did Judges Guild ever publish a witch class that you used?
Yes, and I actually used it as an option for my Underdogs game. It was one of the wise women or wise men options.
Well, good to hear, man. Did not know that.
It's very different. It's more traditional. The other ones get kind of like cool magic user, but theirs was like distinctly very witchy. Like clerics and druids aren't affected by witch spells.
Well, that said that in the original. The Dragon 5 said there were no druids then. Clerics are immune to witch spells. It said in
Right.
Dragon 5.
Which
which is
kind of balances out. It kind of establishes them as that, outside the norm, right, outside of the civilization, sort of.
But there's a lot of potions, narcotics, hallucinogens, love potions now, truth drugs, candle magic in this one. So this one's really taking form here. And this is, like I said, in Dragon 20. And that's it. Oh, yeah, you go from 12 to page 19. So we got to continue this one on 19. Then we'll stop at 30 and just look at this. Pictures. There's the blooms. There's
which
Gary's
dragon?
wife.
Which dragon magazine was it?
We're in 20 now. So we're in so we've gone. Yes, we've gone from 5 to 20. So yeah. All right.
Hey, I thought I had
There's Lou Zoki. Oh my God, there's Lou. That's the guy who got lost and I had to help him 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, Lou Zoki. Remember, he's the guy who drove all the way from Alabama, and they thought he'd never make it, Anna. At Gary
okay.
Con? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I gotta talk to
he looked fairly. He was grown up back then, so he must be old now.
He was,
yeah.
And there he's got Woody and his adopted son Woody. That's freaking hysterical. The dice guy, Mike. They're like, how the heck did he drive 18 out, whatever it was? Oh my gosh. All right.
Well, Ed is driving like that long from Canada down to Lake Geneva and
where is
Madison and stuff. So yeah.
Where's it should be right here. 16, 17. See Africa and die. There 90. It is. Oh, this little bit in the corner right here. Okay.
I thought I had Dragon Magazine 43 is the one.
It's next.
Huh?
43's next. We're on 20. You missed 5 and 20.
Yeah, I guess that I saw 20 and just didn't even pay attention. I just didn't even use it as an option because it was so close to that later version.
Yes, Gary. Isn't that Dale? Gary's wife is the one handing out the awards. Yeah. All right. So there's some
Jeff
more.
Perrin is there on picture too. Yeah.
Yep. Let's go down to, all right, so let's go down to 30, page 30. Oh, look at that. The Lord of the Rings movie had just come out.
Oh, yeah, the old animated one?
Preview by Alan Hammock, The Lord of the Rings.
I actually had 4 witch options available for the Underdog campaign.
I have 2 classes. Uh-oh. There you go, Tim. Finished Fingers presents Prelude to Dragon Quest Part 2, or Tokyo Paladin Strikes Again. Oh my gosh. There you go. Oh man. Funny stuff.
And an ad for now available Player's Handbook. Wow.
Tim's first ever issue of Dragon was the Anti-Paladin. Good got you down. Try this for evil. You should have known that, Michael. Come on. Here comes 40. Now we're getting into almost modern era.
Actually, 43. No, we have one that was numbered. What? It was when they used the Roman numeral numbers. Like,
oh, you did? Yeah, but your love was that one. 38 or 39. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Here's 43. You got a traveler adventure in here too, if you're into it. The Witch.
They covered that quite a bit for a while.
So this, they go full tilt. Now, this is by I forget what his first name is, but he is also the same author for 114's Dragon.
Bill Mulhausen.
Yes, and Kim Mohan and Mulvey edited it. And that's on page 7. And this is where we're going to bring up a new NPC, the Witch. We're going to get the beginning of the modern era of the witches that Tim and I use here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your favorite was 100, but my first was 76. 76 was the
Isn't this one
Deathmaster?
This one introduces the High Secret Order, right?
High Secret Order gets mentioned in Dragon 5.
Oh yeah, 5 or 20?
5.
All right.
First, and that's what I said. The importance of that. Here we go, right there. Secret Order witches and their powers. It's right here. Dragon 5. The anonymous author starts it off, which is, hey, what's up there, Kafir? Hey, Mary, good to see you. So I look at this as this person took some of the stuff from the previous 2 articles, melded it into his, pay homage to it. Here we go. Since it has been 2 years since an article appeared in Dragon, since the last Witch article was issue 20, we presented a new version of the class, which DMs can incorporate into their campaigns. And here we go. This is now, and like, for example, Myriad's on, and she has Voda Borda, who played yesterday. She has a multi-class witch thief, and her witch is more Brannan's witch, Timothy S. Brannan's witch, which we'll go over that, which I love to use. It's good for the player characters. This one is the baddie High Secret Order witches. Right, Tim? You're not letting player characters on this one.
No, they can't be. They can't be High Secret Order.
No. Yes.
Well, you have to be evil to do that.
Right.
We kind of like don't really. I mean,
no,
we're supposed to be the good guy.
That. No, we don't want that in our. And she almost had her flesh flayed off yesterday.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. So.
Well, yeah, High Secret Order. I ended a campaign with a High Secret Order witch encounter.
You almost did. You almost ended Kazamba too.
Yes, I know. The same adventure. I ran it in college where I ended a campaign. Not on purpose, it just happened. And then with For Us again after that.
And the thing with this is, I'm going to brag here. We only had 2 characters on that adventure, Kazamba and Fensick.
We didn't have the other fellas?
We may have had Leuven too. You may have had Leuven, but I didn't have Hawk there. It was just Kazamba.
Oh. Well, yeah, it might have been just 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was really dangerous.
And 6. Too bad. Our Curtis is on. And 6 Juggernauts. Not 1, not 2.
Yeah.
But
well,
6.
You were in the High Secret Order witch's home.
Yeah.
And she didn't like it.
6 Juggernauts.
And she also could create walls of force too that penned you in.
Right.
And she had an anti-paladin helping her.
Yes, I remember. I remember all of it, Tim. Like it was yesterday. Trust me, I'm scarred. And
you PTSD from old game sessions.
It's one of the greatest accomplishments of my D&D player character career. To survive that fight.
Okay.
Yes.
It was tough.
It was probably the most difficult one that I've ever done. Yep.
And it had twists too. It wasn't just like Matt. You couldn't just you couldn't bulk your way through it. You had to be real smart.
Right, because what power did she have that really started getting frustrating after like the 7th or 8th time?
The magic jar.
Right. New body.
She could created a phase through stone doorway, so she would go to one of the captured people in a new body and then get out of where they're being held and walk through the wall and just show up again.
Yeah, but she didn't regain all her spells and stuff. That was the thing. She just gained a new body.
Right, so she could come back at you. It was like, oh, you killed her, so new body. Oh, you killed that, and she'd pop in with a new one.
What's up, Bill? So with this High Secret Order witch, and this is really the era of, wow, this is rough. Yep. You're the resident. She does probably. She probably does. Brewing love potions, truth drugs, all that, and then Tom Mulfey does a little sidebar story how it's really not the witch from medieval time. It's a mix of fantasy and fact, which is good.
Yeah, it's D&D, so then it needs to be you take a seed from real medieval. You take a bunch of impulse from folklore and fairy tales, and then we add some other cool stuff, and there you go.
Yeah, I see the witch fills that niche between the educated magic user who's gone and been trained, apprenticed, gone to university, gone to a magic college, has to learn all this stuff in a disciplined, orderly way. You have priests who are being trained up in their various religious schools and under tutelage. And then you have sort of like what about the common folk who don't have all that? You have your kind of hedge wizardry sort of where you're mixing herbalism and you're mixing some religiosity and some dedication to some higher power you get your stuff from, but you don't really understand it all just to be able to get that power.
Yeah.
That's kind of where they're sitting between the discipline, years of training, and the quick dose of power, but you're also serving and subservient to something.
So here's some of the fun here, and this is my favorite, the flying ointment, but the control dolls, the voodoo dolls, right? Yes, once per week, a witch can make one clay or wax doll. Remember, I incorporated Frog God Games wax golem into the game yesterday, because saying she could, with wax and all that she could create. I was like, oh, this is perfect. So she had a wax golem, and this is Valeria, and she was like 10th level. Yeah, but then when she died, she fell on the teleporter pad, and her body was gone, of course. And who knows where it got teleported to. But Voda believes now there's a coven somewhere.
Everyone knows all the really dedicated people give up the last two digits of their pinky, and the bosses keep it stored somewhere for safety. So if you die, they already got you.
He can resurrect you or clone you. Yeah. Dolls are made to fit. Yeah. See, the evilness in Tim, it just comes out of every pore and orifice. You know what I mean? It just does. It pours.
It
out.
Works for good guys too.
Yeah, it did. In fact, look at Tensor. Clone saved his ass, right?
There you go.
Yeah. So it does. That definitely fills a niche. So look, and here's Tim's favorite too. Part of a specific target, i.e., nail clippings. Gotcha. Lock of hair, bit of outer skin or scales must be made part of the doll. Once a specific material is added, the doll requires a focus. The doll now must be shown the intended victim. There you go. If you don't think that I'm not going to use this on the group, you guys are sadly mistaken. Coming up. Going to be fun. And of course, who would I do this to? The dumb barbarian, of course, right? It's perfect. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. So,
although they don't really clean their nails or anything. So,
well, hair, all sorts of things. There's all sorts of different things. So, and here we go. And, this table goes up to 22nd level. So they're not messing around here. And this is early. This is 78. 1978, the player's handbook is just coming out. And this is early. I'm not playing first edition yet. I'm still playing Holmes Basic. So I have not even touched this. I'm 11 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, but the princess and queen of witches, that's...
Yeah.
It's kind of like they don't share power very well.
No. Hags could make great ranges. Thanks, Chris. So we're at here, so she was 10th level Crystal Witch, acquire familiar, she had Candle Magic, but this is the older version of this article, right? And here's the spells and Charm Man. She had the Charming Candles. I didn't even really get around to doing that. I kind of didn't want to overkill them. Wait a minute. What page I got to go to on this one? And 62. I go from $9 to freaking 62.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah. Love that artwork, Earl Otis artwork. That looks right out of Expedition to Barrier Peaks.
It does. Very similar.
The Vegapigmies
shading and all that.
Yeah, and the Froggy Myth and all that.
All right. Did you switch to a different book?
Nope. Going to the end of 62, and then we're going to go to 114. All right, here we go. Here's their spells. Notice these spells are, if you have Timothy Brandon's first edition witch, these spells are completely different than Timothy Brandon's first edition witch spells. So, yep. Okay.
It's good. Different cultures, different.
Exactly, and that's the way I want to do it. I want to make it so that like Voda, and I think Rogue Chick is going to make a. She only has one character, so she's going to make a witch up as well when she plays. So we'll have two of them. We'll have two that are neutral or good aligned. I think Voda's neutral good tendencies, right? So yeah. Yeah.
Rex Fellis had a good question. We get to that when you've done.
All right, let's finish up this one.
Yeah.
Here's the high secret order spells. Notice they get spells up to 8th level, and they're pretty nasty. Some of these spells you don't find them anywhere else.
Right, they're unique.
They're unique to the witch. But these are where it gets bad. Some of these spells you don't come back from and some of these spells don't have saving throws. In fact, the spell I used on Voda didn't originally have a saving throw, but I changed it so it did.
You're a softy.
I don't want to. It's the first adventure in a long plot arc. Why would I kill the character?
Well, it gets their attention.
She made her save. If she had failed, she would have been dead. I can't even imagine having the flesh ripped off your body like that. It's disgusting. All right, so prismatic sprays on there, but then you get some of these other ones here, like Maze is on here, prismatic sphere. These are not really the bad ones. The bad ones are in 114, right? They really get bad in 114.
Oh yeah, but yeah. I mean, they still have firestorm and earthquake here, so
Yeah, well, they'll permanently kill you.
Or love.
Yeah, love. I never read love. Do you want me to? All right? So let's go to that.
I can go to it.
I'm right here. Love. 7th level.
Yeah.
Love.
Permanent until dispelled.
Yeah.
Only good or neutral can use it.
Yeah.
It's like a permanent love
potion, and the spell can be removed by limited wish or wish. All right.
Yeah.
Charm Man. Death. This instantly kills from 2 to 16 creatures within the area of effect, as long as the intended victims have 7 or fewer hit dice. Or one creature with more than 7 hit dice can be killed. No saving throw is allowed. You could kill a 20th level character with this with no save, according to the spell description. Right?
What level was that? That was 8th.
8th.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. You see where? Yeah.
Well, to be 8th level, what level do you have to be to cast 8th level?
My guess is I'm going to say 13th. Let me take a look. I got to go all the way back. So, but you get the idea. It's high level.
Yeah.
Monster, summon devil. If you're still doing that, high secret order spells, banish. Let me see. I thought there were some really, really nasty ones in this one.
Never let your player characters get that high.
No. Well, once again, they're not going to be high secret order witches. Seek. So a lot of these are ritualistic. This is the beginning of ritual spells. That's what they were supposed to be. Volcanic circle. This is the lava. Yeah, this one's 8 to 80 points of damage. Yeah. So, all right, you get the idea on that. So that is 1978. Okay. Same author. Fast forward, the cover that almost got that was really a little cutting edge for its time, and that's this one. And we go all the way to Dragon 114. 71 issues later. Return of the Witch. By popular demand, right? Yeah.
Which is such an iconic character, so it needs to be covered. Yeah.
But this is a long time. This is like 6 years. We're in 80s. No, more than that. 8 years. 1986.
So this is 86, so it's 6 years.
I've graduated high school already.
But we're still in first edition. Yeah, second edition came out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Witch, same author, Bill Mulhausen. It's a scary NPC updated and redesigned, page 8. This is the one that I would recommend most you to get if you're interested in using a high secret order witch. If you don't want to use Timothy Brandon stuff, or you could do what I do and use both.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Are we going to go over the footprint one too?
Which one's the footprint one? Oh, I didn't know there's one on footprints.
Dragon. Yeah. That was one of the options too.
You could be, hey Mandy, you made up a lot of options, man. I didn't. I limited it to ones I use because um it was just I didn't know how much I could fit in 2 hours. But if we have time, we can go into the footprints one. I didn't even
Right.
know they
Well,
had one too.
well in the game, because
Yep.
you're dealing with all these tribal cultures, they all have their all individual flavors, so I was going to allow the individual flavors.
Okay.
But they all kind of are characterized the same, like you're an outcast type if you're like that, and then you're like a wise man if you're like one of the acceptable ones, or you're a warrior.
I want to introduce though something to my
Yeah.
game. I think I shared it with you, right? Something new.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yes. And it's been a while since I've put a new class in.
My condolences. That's all I'll say.
Revised and expanded 1986, which is still almost 40 years ago.
And this was when I first went to college, and one of my friends actually in my game had this class.
Oh, okay. Well, you're very kind. Yeah.
Good one.
I have not implemented it into our game. It's still NPC only at this point. But until Brandon's, like ever hold of Brandon's witches, do I say, I think I can incorporate this into being a PC. I just thought it was still too nasty.
Well, good witches can't be high secret order.
Exactly. Good point. But there's still some nasty stuff. It didn't feel right for me yet. Just like some other things. You're never going to have player character anti-paladins, death masters. Some things you're just not going to have, right? So there's going to be a new class coming. All right, so we got the high secret order again, and remember, this is the same guy updating his article. Got same abilities. So here it is. Upon attaining 10th, a witch must decide whether to apply for a membership in the high secret order. They got to have 16 intelligence, wisdom, and they must, here's some of the things they must have. All right. Witches who join the high secret order are bound to either grave or servitude to their deities and before and take on additional responsibilities. Hence the coven aspect of it. Right? Alrighty. So, brew truth drugs, blue love potions, manufacture potions and scrolls, candle magic. And look, there's all different sorts of colors. Purple, he's really going in. Red, blue, purple, black, gold, yellow. So we had some of them. Yesterday, they were out, but I didn't utilize them. And then Gom destroyed them. Whoops. What did I do there? I don't know how I did that. Whoa. I closed out the dragon. Duh. Give me a sec. How did I do that, Tim? Alrighty. There we go. Here's the experience table. Once again, goes up to 22nd level for some reason. Acquired a familiar 10th. And now look at these. They're getting more and more stuff. The control valve is 15th. I'm gonna make it lower because I want to be able to use that. I don't want them going up against 15th level characters. I think I'll make that a little lower. Right? Permanent magic items, fascination, longevity, limited wish, shape change. They really get some huge abilities. Here come the spells. The spells are all updated. Right?
Let's talk about that really powerful eighth level one.
Yes, which one? Wasting. Is that what happened to
Yeah, my character, remember?
Yes, Gala Lad, right?
Yeah, human can't take 10 to 100 years of aging
that was
very
mean
well.
To me. I was mean to Tim back. I gave you a save too, and I think you rolled a 1. Right?
Yeah.
Let's find it. Wasting. Where is it? It should be right here. Wasting. Duration 1 turn or 2 touches. The spell causes any character or creature which is touched to immediately save. To immediately age 10 to 100 years.
You get a save.
Allow to save. He fell.
So, but the thing is, or 2 touches, so you can cast it, wait 5 minutes, so you have it preset, and then you have 2 touches with it.
Right, and I used 1. But I allowed him to come back from a wish or whatever down the road, so his character's back after 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Give him someone else to play, because I'm a nice
guy. These young people don't know what they're doing.
His character was one of the first Grenadiers. It was a dual-wielding fighter, and Tim painted Nike shoes on him, but had the Nike symbol backwards.
Yeah. It was he had boots of speed.
Yeah, that's right. So he had the Nike shoes on. It was pretty funny.
I put the swoosh on because I didn't have a pair of Nikes.
Yeah. So there's the wasting spell, and now here comes some of the high secret order spells. And there's the volcanic circle again. There's a lot of really nasty. Here's the disintegrate flesh. It's different.
Circle of blindness, range 7 inches, area effect 3-inch radius.
Right. No save. No save. That's permanent too.
Well, it's duration 3 turns.
Oh, is it 3 turns? No saving throws allowed.
What I mean, no save.
All witches are immune to the effects of the spell. Yeah, no save. Yeah. So really some disgusting stuff. Now, if we read this disintegrate flesh spell, there's no save on this either. The spell enables a witch to completely disintegrate all living material and beings within the area effect. Only beings with a magic resistance gain any form of saving throw. and no player characters have magic resistance. That's disgusting. I changed it. That flesh one would have. Yes, it would have been Star, but she made her save. And then so I did 1/5. I did 2 to 20 instead of 10 to 100, and flesh ripping damage instead. But this one has no save. And there's paralyzing pit, solidify air. These are all nasty, nasty spells. Volcanic circle still here, but you get the idea.
I trapped most of the party in solidify air.
Right.
And then she made it impermeable.
Right. So they all suffocated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is where culling us down the drain. Yeah, exactly. That would have been scarred and all. But I've mellowed in my old age.
Sure, they're powerful, but nobody loves them or cares about them.
All other witches.
Or likes them. No, none of them like them. No one. That's why they're so mean to people.
Yeah.
But they kind of earn it.
They do earn it. So this is your go-to, Tim, for Bad Witch.
Yes. The Dragonfoot one or whatever is my go-to for Good Witch.
I'd have to find it. I'd have to locate it. But
I'll
I will
send
see.
It to you.
But my go-to for Good Witch is here. And this is Timothy Brannan's Witch, which I think works very well. And it has, we had Tim on to discuss this. And then this was this download on PDF. Last time I checked on drive-through, it's only $5. So it goes back only. This is first edition, and he wrote this one specifically in 2012. It's not that old. So I didn't start putting the witch in my game. It was only been 10 years, roughly 10 to 13 years. I have a witch PC class in my game. That's why we have so few. Walt's got one. Bill has one. I think Bill has one. I think that's it. And then, Myriad has one. I don't think I have that many others. Yeah. Patrick, Voda's neutral with good tendencies. She can choose to change it to neutral good. That's on her. She's neutral with good tendencies right now. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so here is, and this one gives you a lot of options on traditions. So I like the fairy tradition, right, or the classical. Like the fairy for the elvins and the classical for humans, right? And there's Malefica and stuff. I don't want to go there because we have enough evil as it is. Argalia, that's it. And I like the way Tim has worked it. Timothy Brannan's worked it. You can multi-class. So we have a witch thief. She's a witch thief in the game. I think that helps limit the powers a little bit. So
slows them down.
Slows them down a little bit. Yeah, it does. So, yeah. And it says witches have always been viewed as female. but we can change that out. So
they're the best ones. Come on.
Before we go over this, so Anna, I saw there was PDF's now only $2.45. Everyone, there you go. Go get it. Very cool. Anna, what was you said? There's a witch and Pathfinder. I know.
Rick's Fell is
I'm gonna try. While you're doing that, I'm gonna try and find the Dragon's Foot one.
Yep.
I just emailed it to you, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a third edition. I'm looking around. There was. I don't find published in any the hardcover book of a witch class, but there are several third-party versions that are published so Wizards didn't publish any, but there are hints at ideas that you can use. So there's like the Heroes of Horror and Book of Vile Darkness has a lot of cool stuff you can put in to replace for wizards and stuff like that to kind of turn them into a kind of witch. But there is a cool witch class for third edition published on the Dungeons fandom website. So that is a great, maybe a bit overpowered, so to speak, but it has a lot of cool, super cool stuff that can have everything from brewing potions to evil gazes, trickery, all sorts of stuff. So when I look at it, it seems to be maybe it's a little bit overpowered. But on the other hand, only D6 hit points, and so it's very weak in combat and can do a lot of other trickery, so to speak, which to me seems like a witch class should be. Weak when you get them, when you can choke them, so to speak. They should be, but before then they could be really nasty.
If you can find them.
Exactly.
I think they should be hard to find or spot, and except in certain circumstances.
Yep. But if you want the theme of witch for third edition, then Heroes of Horror and Book of Vile Darkness are good sure bets because they have all the cool stuff that you want a witch class to do. But if we go into Pathfinder had an official witch class that was, to me, maybe a little bit too close to just being a wizard. With the spells are called hexes instead, but they are basically just spells. And there's a couple of special features and so on, so you can use familiar and stuff like that. But it's more like a variant of the witch or of the wizard, so to speak. So no real big difference, so to speak. But you have a patron that can provide a little bit of stuff, so to speak, patron spells. So and then you can get something you call grand hexes that are like special super magic when you can get from 18th level upwards. So yeah. So
tends to be that's kind of like the high secret order spells are way up there.
Yeah, but, exactly. Yeah. So it's part of that. So you have the and that they have is sort of capstones. There's some special stuff they can do that's the 20th level special feature they can get, so to speak. So you have a bunch of different ones to choose from, and that could be really you can do a little bit of weird stuff, so to speak, so at really high levels. So yeah, and then there's a bunch of class options listed from various other books that you can add into the witch class, because Pathfinder was full of these extra features, class options in so many books that it was crazy, so to speak. So
which that is kind of like a kit class for second edition. You know, where it runs and gives you a lot of options, which is kind of cool. They kept that tradition going, which is neat.
For fourth edition, there was a subclass for wizards of witch, so to speak. And here is a link to listing of that. Yeah. So that seems to be just a few tweaks to the wizard, so to speak. But I think that if you want to, for flavor, I think third edition 3.5 with all the cool stuff is a great way to add cool if you want to house brew or house rule your own version of a witch for any version of D&D. There is a ton of cool, flavorful rules for third edition that you can rip off. like in almost whatever it comes, because third edition Pathfinder had the most abundance of rules of any edition in a lot of sense.
Tasty Doom.
Okay.
I knew it's a first. Tasty Doom. Thank you so very much for the raid in.
Yeah.
J.K. Lorcazumba. I'm with the ever mysterious Tim and the legendary Anna Meyer, and we have a talking witches and warlocks and occult in old school D&D. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming on, and please hang. We got a great giveaway tonight. Very nice. Thank you so very much for raiding in to the channel. We've been playing for 45 years. Tim and I have been playing together since 1980. I know we're old. So, yes, really, really.
It's not just the years, it's the mileage.
Yeah, the mileage, absolutely. Timothy Brown made up the Witch book class, and it should be on Drive Thru RPG for first edition, third edition, and fourth edition. I don't think he ever did a fifth, but I know he's got them for first, third, and fourth. So you could always check that out. It would be he's a really got some really good stuff. But let's Tim gave me this. Let's go to this, then we'll go to the Timothy Brown one, and then we'll go to some new stuff coming.
So yeah, this is from the Footprints magazine. I guess Dragon's Foot produces, right?
Tasty.
I don't know.
Let me follow you back.
I like this one especially for the Underdog campaign because, and I called this one the Spirit Talker.
Okay.
Right. Because it fit into the Rovers of the Barons Barbarian kind of thing. Because the second sight and contact spirit, so they kind of like can kind of see. I've seen, they can see things in auras and they see ethereal. They chance to, so I mean, imagine how strange they are, they see all sorts of stuff nobody sees, and they can contact the spirits, and it's like the spirits say we're lost, but they could be lying because they probably are, so it just was a great different texture, I guess, for that type of class. And this is the same. I don't know if anyone saw my reverse dungeon games when they ran into old Greta, hungry Greta.
Yeah.
This is the kind of witch she is.
Second sight contact spirit. Here's your spells. Are these spells? These are do they have a witch spell list here?
Keep rolling. Yeah.
Charisma adjustments, acquisition, and it's an Osric. Just everyone knows Osric is first edition or the equivalent.
Rewritten, but with the same rules. Yeah.
So and this one has the great spell, number 24 on the first level, Witch Candle, which when she casts that spell, it makes a candle burn, and for every turn you rest in it, you get a hit point back.
Oh, that's cool.
So you kind of you heal when you're resting in the light of that candle, so that's pretty handy.
Call of Rock.
Huh?
7th level, summon a type 1 demon, Call of Rock.
Well, I mean,
a Cornigon, I'm assuming is a devil of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. All right.
So they have a lot of really, I like the flavor of it. It was less,
Okay.
I don't know, just different flavor. So, but both were options. Both were options depending on, what your talent is as the individual, because this one is more in touch with like seeing things in the spirit world, which kind of fits into the barbarian.
It fits into the rovers, landscape, women, and things like that. Yeah. So, you didn't hybridize this with the barbarian cleric, did you?
No,
you kept
totally different.
Okay, yeah.
The barbarian cleric is just another type of spiritualist, that they're, because you have so many tribes, you have so many flavors that they're not going to duplicate so many different types of
lots of spells here. Holy jeez.
Yeah, it was. I found this really interesting, and I like their flavor of it. They have the same sort of. You can make a puppet where you can control someone or jab them, or
right. Which is. And it's got some basic spells here. I see dispel magic in here, detect lie.
They got some, and they have some They have some powerful healing, like repair injury type stuff. Mm-hmm. That's fairly early on, where they can regenerate small things. You lose a finger, it can make them. You can heal them back and things like that. So I enjoy this one. That's what Hungry Greta is. My son's campaign, they ran into this quote herbalist who's helped him out named Franny, who is this type of witch as well.
But no high secret order in this one.
No, but I don't think I mean, it's high secret order is almost like a level of, do you really need that level?
Yes.
Only for different parties. Certain parties don't need it,
Well, for story purposes, I think it adds a level of dread to the players. Because I'm telling you,
right.
Went Saturday morning when I did that, and I said, well, she is like in a high secret order coven, and then I cast that disintegrate flesh spell. It kind of, the dread level went up a little bit.
You could call it high secret order, you could make it, but because this one, 7th level spell, fuse hybrid.
Yeah.
The spell fuses 2 living creatures into a single hybrid.
Yeah, that's kind of disgusting.
Centaurs, owlbears, harpies, etc. may originally have been created with the spell. So
an occult is called an occult transmutation. Cool.
Yeah, so
casting time 6 turns. You're not doing that right during a fight.
No.
Yeah. It's neat though. It's neat.
This is
options are being provided here, everyone. You understand that? Plenty of options for you. Different places to go. And as Valmoku said, Tim, I appreciate you sharing that. Sure. We are at this, and this is, I think, this became penultimate for me because it's easy. It's got very cool basic spells. It's got a mix, and if you saw the game yesterday morning, and like I said, it's still on Twitch. You watch a vid, you can watch a vid on YouTube. Myriad did a great job mixing her spells up and low level stuff even to kind of damage. What's that?
Yeah. What other abilities apart from spell casting do they have? Like that are special?
These have an ability that they can go out and they can find herbs and they can make healing poultices 3 per day with them.
Okay.
That's another thing. So what they can do is they can, and it's and then they can't only do 1 per person per day. So it's got to be on 3 different people. You can't do 3 healing poultices on yourself. But it's a natural heal. It's not a magic heal, right? Which is really cool. I love that idea in here. The candle magic is really cool too. That is neat. Where you have the candles lit, you can have protection from good, protection from evil. You can have one that charms men. Oh, Gary, thanks, man. Good to see you, Gary.
Yes. You may want to get a glass globe to keep the wind from blowing it out.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, absolutely. And Timothy does a great job. I remember we had Timothy on. It was about almost a year ago now. We had him on going over a lot of this stuff, talking about how this evolved. So and look, they go up to he has them going up to 36th level, which is crazy. But we'll never get that high. So the great thing about his witch, like I said, is the ability to multi-class, which didn't exist in the others, any of the other ones, and that's why in my game it works great. Hey, Rachel. Thanks. We're having a great stream talking about witches. Maybe one day your character and your husband's will come across one in my game very shortly. So there you go.
Yeah.
Getting them rolling here. My God, my shout outs are everywhere. There we go. Marquee. So, hey, Silver. So here's your table. It goes up to 36th. But Witch Thief works great in the game. I can even see a fighter witch. I can see someone who's got some martial ability, right? I can see that, but you're just not specializing as multi-class. Bill's got a witch magic user. Witch is not a mage class. Separate.
Oh, that is nasty.
You like that? Yeah. They go up very slowly though. I can see witch cleric. I could even see witch druid.
Yeah.
I can see them. I can see that. But I want a reason why you're going to do that. So I think Witch Thief works well for Myriad's character. So yeah, really cool. Tim Brown has a book on the left-hand path. Cool. Multi-class is tough. It goes up very slowly. Witches go up slow. They go up much slower than mages.
But thieves go up fast.
They do. So Witch Thief is good. She's 6'7" right now. 6'7" Witch Thief. So, and then some other things and here's, I like the way he did traditions too, where and this will give you some other abilities. So let's go to classical family fairy, and show you some of the things. And look, Elmore art, because he bought that stock art, Anna, so he could use Elmore art in it, right? That he did, because he has a lot of So here's some of the. You can find familiar temporary. Temporary magic, which can brew or distill a potion if she were an alchemist. Cool, and that happens at 7th. So she's a level off from doing that. All right, but that is the tradition. I think she's fairy tradition. All right, permanent magic. And as you can see, it gets higher and higher. Let's see about fairy. Joining their tradition, find familiar, speak to plants and animals. She gets that at 7th. So she gets kind of a druidic ability at 7th. Then she phase shape at 13th. If we ever got that high in our campaign, they can polymorph into a fairy creature. Kind of cool. Makes them change. Family tradition. 7th, favorite enemy. Gains an enemy of her family and may attack them with a +1 bonus to her attack rolls, damage rolls, relevant skill checks. Since she's a Rennie from Greyhawk, that's not going to be an effect in this game because we're not anywhere near Greyhawk City. We're in Altamira. We're in Selene. So, yeah. Which Dorota de Ouija? Sure. Why not? Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Rennie. Yeah. Half. She's a half elf, half Rennie. Rich rogue. Half and half. Yeah. Go ahead, Tim.
Huh?
I thought you were going to say something.
I was laughing at something. Patrick said, witches never look that good in my game.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick. You got to have. It's just the way it is.
Well, you had an image up on the page that was a attractive lady with a hat on.
Is Igwolf a witch? No, BB. Igwolf's not a witch.
I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch.
And I'm going to tell you why she's not a witch. Because there's no witch class in original TSR or WotC. So
she has got a wart.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if Carlos made her a witch in his ones that he's done, his adventures. He may have. Jason's wrote it called Blackmore, the Land of 1,000 Witches. Well, yeah, that makes sense. All right. So, familiars, let me just scroll through this real quick here.
I think it would be hard to get to be a high level,
Look at the spell lists.
Depending on who they follow.
He did.
Their patron.
Right. I haven't have spell books. So, Voda has got her spell listings, and she used Witch Whale. She used, oh God, which one was it? Minor she cursed. She did the curse spells have no save. She did a curse on the other witch because they're not immune to it, and made her -3 on her saving throws. I was like, and that really screwed her up. So it was good. It was good. And look at it. This has more spells in it than any of the other ones. It's insane how many spells he's got in it. It's a good book. I'm not saying that just because it's on sale on drive-through, but I've used it, and that's allowed me to make a PC class out of it.
It's very thorough, and it gives you a lot of options too. You don't have to you can just pick. There's a lot of role-playing options for how you want to run it and do it.
Absolutely. And I don't use cantrips.
Traditions.
You know that. You do.
I what?
I don't use cantrips. You do, but I used to. So here's the most.
I used to. I don't really play them.
Here's
anymore.
The most fun spell that she has in the game. Block the seed.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, all the other ones had the last one we were looking at had fertility.
You're right, Bill.
Had fertility, but it also has the reverse.
Right.
So if somebody's trying to have offspring, you can help them, or you can I don't want that noble to have any kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one of the most common curses from all sorts of fantasy and fairy tales, and they probably used it to scare people when they did before they had sex ed.
Or maybe a guy who wants to be around town, but doesn't want any offspring.
Yeah, they used all sorts of trickery that way.
By the way, this spell does not apply to Fritz Winchester. Just kidding. But look, Burning Hands, standard spells. There's a mix of good and standard spells in it. But there's no secret order of witches in here. So that is where, as far as, and let me just scroll through this real quick.
But you could have a secret order of anyway. That's part of the game and structure. It doesn't have to be a class or spells.
True, but I wanted to make that what they're up against is the Covenant of the High Secret Order of Witches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You understand why.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a long-term plot arc.
The Dread.
It's not like they're going to kill the coven next week, this Saturday in the game coming up. It's not that way. And they
Not
have
at that
rituals.
level.
They do have rituals, which you need multiple riches for. So if we have a couple in the group, they may be able to use them. We can talk about them. And there's also some good supplemental rules that he put in here. There's magic items in here, and there's also monsters in here too. Different which type of monsters. So, and that I like about it. The banshees in here, and whatever that thing is, that thing's pretty gross looking. Is that the Bendith? Some really nasty ones in here, which they may come across some of them. Some of them are Fae too, like I can't. How do you pronounce that? Caitsidhe. Cachet. Kashi.
Yeah, I think isn't SIHD. But I can't read it.
Maybe it could be. Could be Cerule. Yeah, you could make it that way. Yeah. So there you go.
Somebody who speaks Gaelic. Come on.
Yeah. So Earth Troll. We'll have some. Some of these will be appearing in Elf Regwith Fenwich. There's a lot of baddie witches in here, and
there we go.
Hags are in here. He's got a lot of good stuff in here for first edition. Okay. Alrighty. Banshee. Maybe Kashi. Yeah, maybe it's maybe Sam. Maybe that's how it came up. Yeah, good point. So, by the way, Anna and Tim, I got in my article, my joint article with Ed, into Sam for the next Greyhawk Journal.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So Ed on yeah, and he's got a magic item, an artifact in there, and I got a semi-artifact in there. So, yep, excited. And I talked to him. I sent him a message. He's excited about it. So, oh, cool, Jay, cool. Yeah. So, all right. Questions about the first edition that I know, or other edition classes or ideas for Tim, myself, or Anna. Let's do that first before we move on. What questions may you have about, and I know some of them have been going through. Morgana was a witch or sorceress? That's a great one. I think it depends on your version of that you're doing. Because remember, you have the Excalibur version. I'd say she's probably more a sorceress than the Excalibur, Tim? Morgan Le Fay?
Well, no, she knew. I don't think she was a sorcerer. She was a
witch.
I have it more like it's a bit like culture, meaning if you're seen as educated and up in the upper class, you're a sorceress, and if you're a commoner out in the little hut in the forest, then you're a witch. It's not so much what you can do; it's more like the cultural difference or class difference in not in D&D terms, but in cultural terms, so to speak.
And now the the MBA. There you go. Got it already. I just used that recently there, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going so, but yeah, I think that that's a good one. That's probably the closest one in movies, right? In movies and literature you can think of. So, Lancelot was also French. Well, Lancelot doesn't appear at all. I'm sorry, Galahad does not appear at all in Excalibur. There's no son. Because remember, Lancelot had the son with someone else, not Guinevere.
According to who?
According to the Arthurian legends that are in the Deities Demigods book.
Oh, okay, well.
Right. Guinevere does not have a son with Lancelot, and it's not Galahad. Galahad doesn't appear in like I said, the Excalibur movie. So there's two different versions, right?
Yeah. There's probably more different versions.
There's probably 100. Yeah, there's probably.
Yeah, very, very early, and then you have.
Yeah.
It's like Robin Hood. They make a new one every 10 years.
Lamort D'Arthur and all that.
Yeah. But some of them are better than others. Yep.
I'll go back to the original 1937 or whatever it was, right?
Oh, they've been done before then, but the first movie version, I guess, was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All depends on the version of the myth. That's exactly.
My favorite Arthurian one is Percival. I think Chrétien de Troyes writes it, and it's funny. Okay. It's in rhyming couplets. So
Men in Tights is the least one of all of them. It was so awful.
Yeah. That was Robin Hood.
Right, Sam. Yeah. Galahad's the son of Lancelot, right, but not of Guinevere and Lancelot. I forget who it was with. It's in it's right in there in the Deities and Demigods book. Who it is? Right. Yes. I'm saying that's like Galahad. Galahad does not appear in Excalibur. So that storyline isn't in that one. Right. Guinevere never had a child. Yep. Is it Sir Gawain and the Green Knight? You mean Sir Gawain and Sean Connery?
Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is that's a well-known.
Elaine, that's it. Thank
Tolkien did a translation and version of it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Sword of the Valiant wasn't a bad movie. Wasn't too bad. So, besides what's its name, Zardoz, I mean, did Connery do anything worse?
Oh, you didn't like Zardoz?
Come on, man. My God.
I only have little flickerings of memory of that.
Yeah, I thought Sword of the Valiant was bad. All right, Hextor has Mordred qualities. You think so, Gary? Okay. What's up, Sparky? Yep, Elaine. Intended? Yes, please. Major star. Well, I mean, there's a lot of movies that have major star power, and look what happens to them, right? Oh my God, I can think of some really bad ones. All right, so you have multiple types of witches now, right? So we got early dragon witches, Dragon 43 114 witch, which is almost the same. Timothy Brown's witch, the witch out of oh my God, what's the name of the
Footprints
witch?
I also sent you the Judges Guild City State one.
Did you email it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. City State Witch. Because you have witches in this game too. All right, well, let me bring this one up.
This is their version of it, which I actually got from there's a whole Witches Coven adventure actually they have. So.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, man, you gotta. Did we ever come across a witch in the game? I'm trying to think.
Yes.
We did.
Xano is dating.
Oh, yeah, his girlfriend's a witch. How could I forget that? Well,
yeah.
He doesn't care.
Remember, they had to do a judgment because she was arguing that the woodsmen were trampling on her garden areas. So she had to grow this natural wild herbs for suspicious purposes. And the druid had to hold court and kind of decide how to handle it, if you remember that.
Tim, where's this published out of? What book?
I think it's in the Witches. No, shoot. I have to look up the title of the where it's at.
So there's black witches and white witches?
Yeah. Well, good and evil, right?
Right. And then there's secret witchcraft. And it goes up to 20. I wonder why 22nd. A lot of those other ones go up to 22nd here. Leave the player's guide to the Wildlands from Necromancer Games and Judges Guild. Okay.
There you go. Did somebody find it?
Yeah. Do you use anything in this one, Tim?
For bad guys, yes.
Is Xano's squeeze this one? Okay. She's the footprints one. No, she's a high secret order witch or something. I know he's going to get.
You can't pigeonhole her like that.
Great. That's wonderful. All right, so we got a lot of spells in this one too. Good. Reverse aging. I just saw that. Circle weakness.
I have this type also in the Rovers game, but they're usually somewhere strange. Because I know Patrick's character is interested. He had heard rumors of there's someone who has the ability to reverse aging.
Oh, I know, because he's all old.
Because he got aged by the ghost.
That's items. Creation. Great curse. By means of this awful spell, a dying witch may return from the dead to haunt any one creature within her sight at the time of her death. Usually the one who struck the mortal blow. Even horribly mangled or burned, a witch will, if she knows the spell, remain alive long enough to cast it. Even if met with instant death, she casts the spell for it takes effect automatically upon her death. Good, that's great. Upon her death, the corpse rots in the course of a single minute into a mass of putrefaction. See the last sentence of The Strange Case of M. Valdemar by Edgar Allan Poe for an excellent description of this process. Very cool. Well, that's refreshing.
Yeah.
Magic Doll. There's another control one. Pentacles. 7th level. Nova. That's okay.
Witch's Court Marshes. Thank goodness.
Right, and that's how it ends. It spells.
So. It was from the they have an adventure. Witch's Court Marshes.
Rex Fellas, Tim sent this to me, and this is from that book. This is a piece that he just sent the witch part of it.
Yeah, I extracted him.
He extracted it and sent it, which is cool. So I don't know personally which one this is.
It's the Witch's Court Witch's Court Marshes.
Okay, and that's its own separate.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at all the fun stuff.
Wilderness Book 5.
Wilderness Book 5. Got it. There's so much Dungeons & Guild stuff I don't have that I would love to have. All right. Onward. About a year ago, Timothy Brannon gave me this.
You dirty dog.
Yeah. And he's like, it's not the same as a witch. And Timothy's like, I don't see the need to have both, a witch and a warlock. And I said to him, what if they're competing factions? It's like, oh, well, that may make sense. So this is the warlock. And Bill said to me I should relook at this. So I agree. Yeah? Okay.
Yes, sword and wizardry.
I don't know, Henry Dvorak. Yeah, Will Dvorak. He has a whole series of different warlocks of different patrons.
They're 5th edition.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 5th edition.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they're like subclasses or archetypes or something. Yeah.
You basically ally yourself to some higher power just for instant. It's like a cheat. It's like taking steroids for your magic. So you get a lot of stuff, but there's not. You're never going to be, that 22nd level witch.
Right. So, he's got a lot in here to take a look at. The Warlock class. Warlocks are spellcasters that share many similarities with the witch. Their relationship is much like that between the cleric and the druid, similar but different enough to make a different class. The Warlock is more of an arcane class than the witch. Okay, that sounds cool. The witch can be considered something of a dying caster, much like cleric druid with arcane practices. The Warlock house has arcane and divine practices as well. They learn from a patron but record their spells and invocations in the grimoire. Together, the practices of witches and warlocks can be described as a cult. Yeah, or witchcraft. So there you go. Like a witch, one does not simply decide to become a warlock, but rather a path is something they feel we're born to. So, you're ready.
And it's basically quid pro quo. I'll follow you and do stuff, but you give me this power.
Right. So with hey Curtis. So with this, I'm thinking of a whole. This may get uncovered as another faction, and they, that they find out about. Right, coming up. You'll see on Saturday, everyone. So, and it talks about the schism, and here, so they got some base abilities, and this, like I said, this is all 1st edition, everyone, not 5th. So, I don't know how 5th edition warlocks work. I know a lot of people it's a very popular 5th edition class to play. But right now,
I played one in his game he ran for.
Oh, and what were your thoughts?
It's fun. I mean, it delivers. It's as you get certain abilities that are pretty cool, but it's basically a cheat that short circuits the whole. I have to go be trained and apprentice to someone. I get it directly from this, so it's kind of like a quick bonus. but there's a lot more limitations on it. So it's very similar here. This has the same feel of it to me.
Well, they have this thing called spell theft. But Warlock can get a hold of a spellbook of a magic user and they attempt to learn these spells as well. I think I'd limit that to base mage. I wouldn't allow them for any elementalist or shadow. I just wouldn't go there. That'd be too much.
I'd let them do it, but just have a big penalty.
Oh, isn't what? A penalty to what?
Make him. It's got to be a percentage. They got to like roll, and then they don't know what the roll is. They have to roll in secret, and then if it's bad, they learn a spell, but it's screwed up every time they cast it.
I understand that, but once again, I try to keep the master complexity out, right? And I don't want to chunk the game up, right?
No, it must be more complex. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they could never steal that during the game. That's like a between the game thing.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So let's see here. He has them all in. He has all the ability. Are these abilities or are they invocations? All right. So these are different. Invocations are different spells.
You're invoking the power of your patron to do something. That's part of the cheat. You get this, but you don't really have to do the commitment and learning and all that. You're kind of invoking them to do something. And you get more of them, I think, as you go up in level.
Okay. Interesting. I kind of like that.
It's definitely something that would be very alluring. That's like you're failing out of magic school. You can't learn how to do all the proper alchemy, but hey, you go to some weird cult meeting and you're like, hey, just follow this guy and he'll give you the stuff you need. You don't need to do all that stupid stuff. They're just trying to control you. I mean, it's really enticing. Why do I have to do what this magic school says? I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Boom.
So, Bill, that's a point. Number one, we already have the Inquisitor class, which is already in there. Inquisitor class is the bane of all spellcasters with that double level dispel magic, right? 2, specialty priest of Saint Benedor, I think would fall into the same thing. They go after death knights. Why wouldn't they go after witches too, man? Or anything that's occult or whatever. I can see, also a lot of the good specialty priest classes we have as well would be perfect for this. Plus, they're messing around with undead, the undead hunter class too. Fultians. Well, Fultians go after everyone. It's like the freaking Scarlet Crusade in World of Warcraft. You have the taint of the scourge on you. They're going after everyone anyway. So, who would deity-wise, Anna, Greyhawk deities for a Warlock in first edition? I'd say Ouija comes right off the Cerule.
Yeah.
Beltar.
I would say they have to be minor.
What?
I would say they'd be minor or esoteric.
What do you mean by that, Tim?
A major deities, I don't think would waste their time.
Ouija's out.
I would think it'd be minor, some minor sideliner or some.
Yeah, I could take all sorts of demon lords and stuff like that who just want to have someone who can represent them, so to speak, and also not big stuff like that. You can have the old angry oak, like a treant, an evil treant or something like that, can go around and entice locals to become corrupt and start doing nasty stuff like that.
Or an ancient god that's in prison but still wants to have influence. So I'll go ahead and tap into some of these people that are lured by my power that I still can't really do much. A full-blown deity is like, I already have a priesthood. I don't need to have the riffraff ruining stuff. I have good control over my priesthood. I'll take away their stuff if they don't follow the program, because we have this program. You know what I mean? I feel like the witches and warlocks would be silent.
Bill,
the ones that don't have organized religion, so to speak. So
no, I'm not going Drow deities. I'm keeping it. I like my Drow deities the way they are. I'm not going there. I'm not going there about elemental god or Loth or anything like that. How about, because Bill said any evil power, demonic or diabolic? We have one. We have, remember, the son of Orcus has been wandering about the Sus forest in our game, right? I mean,
Zuktmoy
would be a good one too. I mean, I can see that. Yeah, Zuktmoy would be a good one.
If I was a witch, I wouldn't even tell anyone, so they would not be able to learn anything about me.
If you were a what?
If it was playing the witch, I wouldn't tell anyone who it was.
Well, I need to have it. It's a DM.
Right, I know, but
I only want to have one.
Oh, Hecate.
Just Hecate?
Hecate.
Well, I have Hecate. Remember, I have Hecate. What's he got? Heise and Leviator in my game from.
Hecate is a goddess of magic.
Yeah.
Out of Greek mythology.
Right. I use Heise and Leviator for the Dark Brotherhood.
But Hecate's not really major, is she?
No.
That's what I've used in the past for witches.
Okay.
Plus, when you say her name whispering and it sounds scarier. Hecate,
Okay. Gotta think about that. Because I always go off canon a lot, so go into the world of Fanon, which is okay. What about something like Corell? Corell would be another one. The lesser god is petty and likes revenge and powering. Corell would be another one I'd say would kind of work. Doesn't Hecate serve Hades? It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's just I can see witches worshiping Biori. Now I don't want to go there either. I don't want to mix in Obadiah, Biori, and those with this. I want it to be something different.
Yeah. Or you could actually take something.
Bill, an evil power.
You could actually take something, and they have a different name for it, and nobody knows what they're talking about, but it's still the same one, but they wouldn't know,
right?
Because he speaks to them.
You're correct on that. Absolutely, you're correct on that. So this is not a power. Yeah, they're not drawing from the divine. It's more of a patron thing. But I'll think on it.
Oh, I have one I really like for a crazier one.
Go for it.
Tharizdun, that's what I would do.
No, that's the greatest of greater evil gods.
He's not greater.
Yeah, it is.
He's asleep.
Yeah, but
he's asleep. Yeah. He doesn't have a priesthood alive anymore, does he? He's not really active.
But potentially,
he's asleep. Like Cthulhu would be one. He's great, but he's asleep. He's an outer sleeping, mysterious. Not like your other major ones that have temples in all major cities.
That's funny, Bill. The Winchesters. That's funny.
Great grandfather Winchester, the original Winchester.
Yeah, Charles the Fourth.
Well, if he's the fourth, he's not the first.
Thanks, Jose. I'll think on it. What makes sense in a campaign? Hecate sounds good. Demons. I don't know.
But now, also, you should make up good ones for the good guys.
No. The Warlocks I'm keeping bad until I open it up to player character, which we're gonna play. I gotta play test it first.
Right. Yeah.
Just like I did for the bad witches for all those years. We're gonna play test it first, but it's gonna be a class being utilized. I just gotta figure out the nuances. Cool. Yeah. We don't want to do that. But yeah, that's cool. So I like this. I like this a lot, and I figure it's a little different than the witch, and they could be actually butting heads, the warlocks and the witches.
Right.
In the game too.
Well, and some of the invocations could be different too for the good ones. They're not going to do the same thing that the other ones are going to do.
Right. So. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate the input on that. Now, here's some other Timothy Brannan publications. I got too many up. Give me 1 second here. There's your Spirit Talker. Thank you, Tim, for giving me both those. Now I have them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, just keep lining them up. I see more half-sisters pursuing witchdom against someone with the initials FW. Yes, well, We just had a spell block the seed, Fritz, and we said you're immune to it. That's funny. All right. There's 2 other books. Or are there? Here we go. Okay. He gave me. All right. This is Eldritch Wizardry. Timothy Brannon. So this one has witches and warlocks in it. It's kind of a. This one was kind of a compilation book. This is 2013. This is the older version of. So he kind of puts it all in a synopsis. So if you want a quicker content, this is where you want to get it from. Yeah. So it has, coven spells, everything you want in here, but it's more of a quicker compilation than the other spells, than the other books. The other one, which is really neat, is this, and this is kind of cool. And this is, you want to talk about occult monster classes for basic era game. If you want to go there, I don't want to go here, but I want to share it. Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I know you can. I know you can. I know. But here you go. Some of the things that you could actually be, that Tim has given you classes for.
Oh, yeah.
An awakened flesh golem, Frankenstein, catfolk, ghost, hagling, hobgoblin, lycanthropes, a profane necromancer, revenant, which I'm using right now with Michael Baton, shade, shadow elf, vampire, and I got witch and more occult spells in here.
Well, that's all crazy, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
What about, like, I guess he went over just the more fantastic kind.
Right, he went over with more of the occult in this one, yeah. Can you imagine being a player character, awakened flesh golem?
That'd be yeah, that'd be a tragedy, like the story of the Frankenstein monster.
Absolutely. But no, anyone out there who says no, I'm not doing that. So
unless he was like, his brain is abnormal.
Warlock paired up with the Shadow Mage is the possibilities. So Bill, my thoughts on that are exactly that. Neymaris, who's the tiara and all, is fitting right in with these witches, because she's like, I'm only one step away with the Shadow Mage, and
I don't think Warlock should be able to multi-class.
Okay, I won't multi-class them.
I don't think they should be, because they're cheating just to get what they have, and unless maybe they're dual classed.
Right, but then
they quit. They quit because they realize they can't hack it, and then,
right?
Hey, it doesn't matter how smart I am. I can get this boost and just shoot up this magical steroids and start throwing stuff.
I agree on that. I won't.
And they burn out, and they're all messed up, and their lives are terrible. They're perfect villain.
Yeah, I had the pumpkin spice witch, but I didn't put it in this one because it was a very specific one there, Exvelis. So. Yeah, but I agree on that. Or not multi spellcasters. So.
No, yeah,
So it'd either be a fighter or a thief, because I'm not making.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I'm not making them bounty hunters or assassins, but like fighter or thief maybe only. But now I think.
Archer, warlock.
Oh God. We'll see where the playtest goes, because every game is a playtest for me. So we'll see.
I could see a Meister warlock.
Yeah. You think so? What do you think, Bill, on that? Maester Warlock?
Somebody who's studying stuff but also wants to cheat and goes to Bakub for some wildness.
It's interesting.
That's the one I want to make.
Meisterbrow. Oh my God, Curtis, don't ever drink that. Oh, Meisterbrow. Disgusting stuff. I haven't watched any of the second half. The second half of the second game today, Curtis. Did you guys catch back up or not? I didn't see it. All right, Revenant. I gotta check this out, because I got a ghost Revenant wandering about the Woolly Bay right now, so I gotta figure that out.
In my reverse dungeon, one of them, if they come back, is going to be a sentient undead
Oh, cool.
in one of their quote lives, end quote. Actually, there's two that could.
Got it, Curtis. Oh, look at this. A shade 2 Saturdays ago. 2 Saturdays ago, they helped a woman do the protect her from the ceremony she was doing to turn herself into a shade. She was an excellent one.
She didn't have a bright future.
No, but she wanted the power. She wanted the power, and so there.
No, I'm joking.
Pun intended. Yeah.
Shade.
Yeah.
And so their whole fight, they were fighting in the shade, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they were fighting in a warehouse. I'm kidding,
dude. Shade.
Vecna's mother might have been a witch, BB. I'm Vecna'd out, so I can't even answer that question.
I think so. Yeah.
Who knows? Vecna, I'm so Vecna'd out now at this point. With Vecna and Igwolfed out. I know you guys, you're not Anna, but I'm Igwolfed out too. So
I like Vecna more than I like the other name. I hate her name.
Who, Igwolf?
Yeah. Come on.
I like the name Igvil. It's really
terrible.
Cool. No, I like it. Yeah, it's cool.
It's too hard to say.
And we all know, Tasha becomes Igwolf and all that other.
Iggy for short.
Yeah. They got some witches in here too and other things. So just some ideas from him. Hey, you want to become Frankenstein in this, or a werewolf, or have at it.
My life as an iron golem.
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah. If you go with the Vecna comic book, which a lot of us have not ever seen or read, Sam, but yeah. Only beer to ever give me mouth wisdom when I was drinking. Meisterbrows, yeah.
Do they still make that?
I don't know. Although I know that Miller used to make it. So Rusty the Iron Golem. That's funny. So, stories on witches. Tell it, Tim. Tell the story.
Huh?
Tell the story.
Well, the story of how I insinuated a witch right into Kixana's to be Kixana's girlfriend.
He likes it. He likes it. I love being the target of abuse, right?
Well, she's not abusive. She's like, this is a nice person. Who maybe she would have had a different path in life if she had met somebody nice earlier. But life's hard. People are bad. People are stressed.
And I took her to that party.
I know. She's like, it's always fun to go out. It's always something crazy going on.
The party, yeah, and that party at once, he was doing something. We're getting the hell out of here after the one chick killed herself, and all hell broke loose. We got out of there. Yes, dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. But see, I heard Necromancer Games mentioned about 20 minutes ago while you were on the road. What supplement were you referencing? Holy shit.
Necromancer Games?
What was I referencing? Oh, monstrosities. The wax golem, Michael. Because candle wax and all like that, I thought it was perfect for the witch Valeria in the adventure yesterday to create a wax golem. Because that's in the monstrosities book you have. I also used the Morosian statues as well. Yes, I used them both. Yeah. Now, Tim, I was going to say, tell a quick story about what was his name? Zor was the guys. The witch and Zor and the
witch
and Juggernauts.
Her name is, I think, Shamia or something, but he was his name was Zor, Xor, and he was an anti-paladin that rode on a nightmare.
Yeah. Here we go.
And he had the first lance of disintegration that I have in concept wise. And he would, they're traveling not on this plane, and all of a sudden, boom, the nightmare blasts into the prime material with him there, full tilt, aimed right at you. So he was troubling. He was troublesome. I know at the party in in college got somebody got disintegrated. The only thing left was like the bottom of her feet and the top of her head.
The descriptions is wonderful. But how did Zor get hooked up with the witch?
How did what?
Zor get hooked up with the witch, and I have to fight Zor. Here, Curtis is on the witch and 6 juggernauts at the same time.
In her, what was her lair? And she's a high secret order witch, and you were a problem. You came in here to bother her.
Yeah. Book ended. Hey, what's up, Jeff?
And Zor I stole out of the Dark Tower.
Yes, Curtis, it was 6. But I kind of walled to force them off.
Yeah, it was very smart.
I got boxed them all out and just said, we're not even worrying about them.
You can't brawn your way through that. You have to like be smart.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to Zor. I think he got hurt badly enough to not stay. I don't know if you killed him or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, but that was a rough fight.
But that was a hard fight.
Yeah, that was the toughest fight, Kurt. We talked about earlier in the Gazumba ever fought was the High Secret Order witch who kept on changing her form, stealing bodies. This anti-paladin and 6 juggernauts in the same fight, and there was 3 characters.
When you say it like that, it sounds unreasonable.
When you DM, you see things differently.
Yeah, Anna, does that sound unreasonable to you? Probably doesn't.
As a DM, no, you can.
Come on.
Yeah.
And now you know why he's that level he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why he's so good now.
It's like any 16th level encounter.
Well, Fensig was there.
He wasn't 16th then. He was probably 13th.
No, he's not. But he's not. He wasn't a slouch. He was helpful.
Yeah.
He was helpful.
Yeah. I got through it. I got through it.
Yep.
I made my yeah. That was, like I said, the toughest fight he's ever been in.
The most dangerous person in that fight got imprisoned. In college, when I ran in college, got in prison, like with the imprisonment spell.
Yeah. Which that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Unless you figure a way to get a freedom.
So don't use one of them unless she doesn't want to kill him, but wants to use them for something, so she'll terrify him and then get him to do stuff. Because your High Secret Order, if you use one of those, they can kill your campaign.
Well, I used the lowest level High Secret Order on Saturday.
Right. But did she want to kill them all seriously?
So she had taken over a whole town and was doing experiments on all the men. You had some as servants, had 4 half ogre servants. And they came in and found the town was scuttles, and it was all, just completely,
Oh yeah.
Just old people were left. And Jenny, the really beautiful Jenny, was taken, Jenny from Forrest Gump, basically.
Jenny.
Exactly. And so they went up and they went in, and she stepped outside when they were fighting outside, and she saw Voda and knew another witch, and said that you were not making it out of here alive.
Okay.
Knowing it was a rival witch that had brought in these adventurers with her, right? But the fight, they did really well. So the last fight I had and the funny thing is they have an elf, a half elf ranger. He's up top guarding, the entrance. I had 2 builded crafts. Hold on. Builded really good crafts. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but here.
Well, if she's doing experiments, her spell list is not geared towards dealing with a bunch of people coming in.
Exactly.
So she's doing experiments.
Obliterating the party.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can see it in a picture here. It might be this one. Let me see if I can see it in the picture. No. A frontal picture. Here we go. This one. So these are really cool. Like Blair Witch Project and stuff. They got all these things like, these sticks and all. So here, you see those? See those? That, and there are 2 of them. I use them she demarked those as her territory. You're not allowed to pass. Right? See? With the skull and the banner, black and all. So when they started coming up here at this place up top, the ranger's up there because, he's charmed and all. Half elf, still charmed. And he's like, got a bow out, and he's like, do not cross, do not turn back or whatever. And they decided not to, so he started shooting. Well, And Amaris goes up there, backstabs them all, and then puts them in the negatives, and the spell gets broken, but he falls 30 feet down, and he realizes the spell's broken, and he dies, right? So the first, they don't save the first guy, right? First guy doesn't get saved. I know, it's freaking hysterical. Second guy, this is the funny part of it. Second guy is in here. There's Jenny's on the slab right there. There's Jenny, right? So the second guy is in here. He's a dual class fighter, and I named him Gretel. So Gretel with a K, right? And he gets backstabbed. He gets and a critical hit, death in 5 to 10 rounds. So he's fighting. They kill the witch. Her body falls in the teleporter pad because she's on the other end of that and falls and disappears. And then the spell's broken, and he dies the very next round from the internal injury. So they freed both of them, but they both died. Yeah, that was funny. But then
so technically,
yeah,
they did fulfill their contract. They freed them.
Well, they didn't even know if they didn't know about those persons, so they got there. The timing was perfect, Rob. Yeah, Rob played, so Rob had Dom. So yeah, so that's how that went, and that was her lair. Yeah. So, and there's her candle.
Not even 1 or 2 juggernauts.
No, these characters are 6th level, man.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, these characters are 6th level. I'm not here to TPK parties. I'm here for a story. Oh my God. Yeah. Right, Anna? It's a story. You got to build it. So while Coco Bunny's out, the plot arc for the Barbarian group is going to shift off to the Witch's Coven and all the cult things for the time being. Because I can't really continue that story arc if I don't have the main character there. So, but we can do this. And that was the whole idea behind it. And that's why I love the idea of bringing in, you know me with factions, where it's not simple black and white. Witch, good witch, bad witch. That's why I want the Warlocks in too. Make sense?
Right. It provides an internal tension between them all.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So,
and maybe sometimes they work with you, and maybe sometimes they work against you.
Exactly. And that's what I think we're going to go on with. So, all right, Anna, any commentary?
Yeah, I was going to say Hawktail, since I don't have classes, but you can definitely play things that are witch-like, so to speak, because witch is what you will call someone who lives out in the woods or doing witchy things, so to speak. It's like you can label things, but mechanically, there's a bunch of options. There's a few I haven't made yet, so to speak, and one of them. First of all, you have the magic you can use. I can definitely see which is using either primal magic or divine magic. And primal magic, meaning you go around and you can also use alchemy, meaning instead of preparing spells the normal way, you prepare them by making potions. So that's spell preparation.
I like that.
Using. Yeah, so it's the mechanic of. So you have like the font is how you store spells, but you can also have like a version, you can have brewing. So you basically both store your spells as potions, but you also prepare them as potions. So it takes longer to prepare, and then you bring them with you, so to speak. And not all spells can be cast that way, but I'm tweaking the rules on this one still, so to speak. So
okay.
so you have that. So you have primal spells is one thing, meaning you make little herbs, you go out and collect things from nature, and you can cast primal magic that way. But then you can also do you could also do divine magic, and I'm especially thinking pact magic, because divine magic have two main branches. One is domain magic. If you just want to serve a deity in an organized religion, so to speak, you basically go in and become technically like you become a priest or whatever they call them, so to speak. So you become an agent of that religion, and you get the package of stuff that you get from participating in religion. But you can also say that, no, I'm going to serve one powerful being individually, so to speak. Then you get a pact magic, and that's different. That usually you get really cool stuff from it usually, but it also requires a lot of sacrifice. So because it's usually, there can be good ones too. It's not, but often it is things like demon lords and stuff, but you can also serve an awakened tree or something like that. You can pact magic can be a lot of different things. So you can simply see that you can I can see Fae and stuff like that. You awaken things, and then you worship that awakened thing, and you strike a pact with it. But that can mean that when you're close to it, you can go to that whatever that evil tree, and you can get a lot of powers from it. But the problem is that you have to go to that damn tree in order to get the powers to reload the spells. Otherwise, you're helpless, so to speak. So it can come with you can get a lot of cool stuff from it. You can also get a lot of other things than spells. You can get senses. You can basically get almost any type of thing that creature can provide, like shape changing and sensing and various detections and all sorts of cool stuff, long life. But you might have to sell your soul, or you might have to do drastic things like that. Or you have to give them a lot of souls, including your own or something like that, in order to do it. So you have to maybe usually pay a very, very high price for pact magic. So it's not something I normally see that most characters will do. It will be something that NPCs and monsters will use pact magic. But I can see that there might be a good pact magic too. Technically, when it comes to mechanics, it can be either or, so to speak. So that is something I have. And then you can also work with curses. Pact magic can give you the possibility or the power of doing curses and inflict curses and stuff as a way of doing it. So blood magic, exactly. That's another one that I see. That's a magic font. You can either brew potions, you can make little dolls, you can carve sticks, or you can use blood magic. You can use your own blood or someone else's blood to store your spells. You write them in blood. You do all sorts of stuff. So you might have to injure yourself or someone else in order to prepare spells. So that's the magic fonts. So you can have different fonts, and then you can combine these things with each other. So depending on if you serve a certain demon lord, Suktmoy, for instance, might say that you need to know your primal magic so you can go out and find your fungus and you know how things rot and stuff like that. But then you also have to know divine magic, and you have to sell your soul to Suktmoy, and then you get some packed stuff on top of it, and you're a witch of Suktmoy, for instance. Or you simply your family have long since turned that tree evil that out in the forest, and they've been worshiping it for generations, and now you're the sixth generation who can draw power from that tree, and then you become a witch or something like that. So mechanically, I believe there should be a lot of options that you can plug into for various stuff. So a lot of variations for that way then. And pact magic is the most powerful, but it also the most limiting. It pays a high price, and it might be very limiting, but it might also be very, very powerful. But within certain limits, like every time you're close to that tree, or when the gods want what that powerful being is on your side at the moment, or stuff like that. So yeah. And you have to sell your soul, and you might die within a year or whatever. There might be dire consequences to take it, depending on the pact.
But you got power fast.
Exactly. It's the fast way to power, but you burn quickly, so to speak. So, yep.
Yeah, definitely got to think on what patron or what minor deity you want to utilize.
Yep. Yep. But primal magic is the safe bet, but not that powerful. Primal magic is not super powerful. It can heal you a little bit, and you can do a little bit of cool, but it's the benign way of doing it. So I can say a lot of villages and stuff will probably have someone who they will say a witch, or the old wise person, or the old lady that make concoctions to heal you and act as a midwife or whatever, that knows some primal spells and stuff like that. So to have it that is can help out a little bit and hurt a little bit, but no biggie. Can use poisons and venoms and cook various concoctions from herbs that are either dangerous or beneficial and stuff like that. And then you have the orcish shamans and stuff like that, who ties into some of the same magic or the same mechanics. In that way, like you can see Groomsh and others, they might require pact magic, plus some divine or some primal on top of it, or arcane. So you can mix and match a bit there, so to speak, depending on. So yeah.
Patrick, yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, Warhammer Fantasy. I played that with Tim once or twice, and man, that magic's so limited.
Yeah.
Huh?
Remember Warhammer Fantasy roleplay? I got one magic. Spell. It's light.
It's magic poor. Well, you're an apprentice.
I know.
Yeah.
It's magic poor, but the game itself is.
Yeah, with Hawktail, I want to have mechanics that you can use and vary and plug into things, so to speak, that you can shape, so to speak. So yeah, so it's and also the player characters and the NPCs and the monsters use the same rules. So things are technically available for characters too, if you want to go the nasty way, or you just want to say, well, I want to be able to brew potions and stuff like that. So I learned some primal magic and herbalism, and I go out and I can make healing potions and I can brew things and as a form of spell prep and stuff. That could definitely work. Like the ranger type or something like that could definitely learn stuff like that.
So I know we're getting close to time here. And a quick synopsis for me, it's been 45 years of playing. Yeah, Michael, but just like that, like Michael Z and you have all noted, I'm a 1E guy, 1E, 2E guy, and I'm going to stay in this until the day I die, probably. Right?
Yeah, but you've done a good job of turning it into your own version of it.
Exactly. And with that, I rarely add classes, but when I do, there's a reason. I think I'm going. I'm edging toward the Warlock to eventually make it a player character, just like I have the Witch. Which it took Tim knows, a long time until Timothy Brennan's book came out in 2012 for me to even look at it.
Okay.
I did not want that high secret order stuff and all. I think it was too much. And there was no multi-classing option. Yeah. And I thought it'd be limited I thought it would be limited to role playing in the groups, in adventure groups. But now there's a way around it. Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
I think you should decide which states and countries outlaw it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's certain, of course,
certain rulers are going to outlaw it as obviously this is, and so that forces them to operate a totally different way.
Well, 100%, and like this witch that was in last week, no one invited her there. They're like the party's like, what's she doing? I said, well, it's obvious she's taking the whole town over, suck the life out of it, basically. Well, no one is like welcoming her into the town. They want her out.
But I meant like as states, the whole the country. Yeah,
understood. Yeah. But if you have a witch functioning in the middle of the capital of Selene, then there's something going wrong with the Selene governments, right? So they're going to be on the fringes. Absolutely.
Right.
100%.
Unless it's legal, and then they could be.
Anywhere that we're playing, Selene and the Ulick States and Keeland and all, they're not going to welcome witchcraft, and they're not going to welcome warlocks and stuff like that.
But I can see a ruler like Savener might have a witch in the basement just in case, because he would never tell anyone about it, but he wants someone who can whisper in his ears about these weird stuff, what's going on, so to speak, and tell him the omens or whatever. So that
might be a horrible witch, but it's my witch.
Exactly. Yep. And his wife doesn't approve. Yeah. Or maybe approves very much. Yeah.
So in closing, Tim, what direction are you going to go in your city-state campaign and the Greyhawk campaign with witches, warlocks, and
they're already there.
I know
warlocks, not so much.
Right. Witches are.
But I'm gonna sparse that in. But they're already there.
I know
among you in secret.
I know that. I'm just gonna. And there's different types.
One of the underdog games, one of the characters that the NPCs they ran into, they didn't realize it, but Jay saw it a mile away. He's like, "She's a witch."
Yeah. I knew it right off the bat. Yeah, because I've been going back to the 80s.
Well, the way she acted was it's not. I think a witch should be subtle. They shouldn't be like, I mean, obviously when they're powerful enough and doing crazy stuff, but you shouldn't be able to tell right away.
But that you have the hags. Those are the witches that are gone they are beyond humankind, so to speak. They are the really, they are the true witches in that sense.
Old Greta might disagree. She doesn't think she's haggy.
And
she's
I can have a hag who has witches as her helpers to spread her influence and stuff like that.
I just thought of it. I had a hag sea mage. Now I should have a hag witch.
Uma was enough. I don't need anything beyond Uma. Uma scared the crap out of me too.
Yeah, I can definitely see a hag have a local run a bunch of humans to help create to kidnap victims and do all that nasty stuff, so to speak. And
I think they're going to stay. They're a great tool for subtle investigative adventures, as well as like the one you had. It was just a horrible, evil plan that they had to fight, and so they're staying.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So I hope you enjoyed this discussion on witches, warlocks, and the occult, because it's obviously gonna become a main part of my Saturday stuff for the time being. But we'll throw in other things, just like we always do. We're running with the Champions of Avon right now. By the way, sorry, I could not in all my life put the Champions of Avon in my article I submitted to Sam. So I changed her name to Champions of Altamira. Don't take offense, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to explain in public, so I made them the Champions of Altamira.
You could have named a small town Avon.
But that there isn't any. It's
Avon in England.
Yes. So just note that. But
Stratford upon Avon.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun article. It has the story from what's been going on with Neymaris and her tiara power, and how some theories on that. One of the theories is it was lost by the Marr family as they were traveling east after the evoked devastation and rain and colorless fire. It's one of those items. So yeah, pretty neat. All right. So Tim, what's going on with you? What do you got coming up? Anything?
I'd like to do a city state one maybe this month, but
okay.
I don't know what your time is like.
Well, you just tell me on a Saturday and let me know, and I will get the powers that be together. You just gotta let me know, man. Like, I got a game this upcoming Saturday at 11, but like the next couple Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm gonna be super busy until Thanksgiving, so I'm looking at the end of the month. Yeah.
Well, Thanksgiving's the last Saturday of the month, the Saturday after.
All right.
And my wife's gone. She is going to be in Aruba with Diane. So if you want to do that, I will double header that day. And I'll do you in the morning, and then Bella's been asking for a night Saturday game. I could do a double header that Saturday.
I like it, and Val will be here, so we'll see if.
Well, that's perfect. that would be fantastic.
She'll be like, "Where's all my beads of force?"
Yes. Thrown away for no purpose. What are you wearing me for there, Patrick? Why are you wearing me? My wife deserves it. My wife, out of all the people in the world, has earned a vacation. My wife's earned it. Tim will tell you.
Oh yeah, especially after the disappointment of the travels before.
Yeah, absolutely. So they got
but safety first.
Absolutely, get rescheduled and rerouted there. So I know time flies, man. Time flies. All right, well, let's go. Anna, what's going on with you?
I'm in mapping mode, really tough. I'm sorry that my Twitch didn't work on Friday, so that was
I tried. Your fault.
Exactly, it was. I've heard a lot of Twitch streamers had issues, so I tried 4 times and it just dropped. Within a minute, I was down to basically 0 frames. Yeah. But we switched to Discord, and we had a Discord get together instead, and so that worked really well. So I will definitely do some streamers for only people on my Discord server as well at times. But I mapped. Many millions of square miles now. I've done really good job, and I'm getting there to create the full Bandit Kingdoms, the whole area of Bandit Kingdoms as well. So the first and second stage is coming along really nicely, much better than I thought. So at Page there will be some really cool stuff to show, and also my patrons will of course see it. So after the holidays there will be some really cool stuff to show. There will be some sneak peeks before then, but it's I'm getting there a lot. And there will also be updates to Hawktails in between, and hopefully a couple of new heraldry I can squeeze in at a time. But now I'm on a roll here, so I'm just gonna map like crazy, and then there will be updates because I needed both of the Melf guides and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I want to map now. The workflow works really well. I'm using World Machine 3 and World Machine 4 and Gaia a bit, and it works really well. So while everything works, I'm just gonna go at it really, really hard for November, and then in December I will be in a really good spot when most of it. But there will also be Phantom NJ, Rob, I'm going to reach out to you so you can pick a time when we should have the first GIS seminar, so to speak, and get together and have a workshop with that. So when because you are especially interested, so yeah, we can connect. We connected on Discord. So yeah, pick an evening, any evening in the week where we don't stream here, or not Friday, Wednesday, or Sundays, but any other day of the week, evening, we can set that up, and then I'll announce it to all my other patrons, and we can get together, and then we can have follow-ups after that one. So I will release the latest version of the geo package before then too, so to speak. So, and I'm also starting to experiment with making the first print versions, is one of the side gigs that I'm doing now. But my primary thing is just now it's mapping. The new generation of Greyhawk maps is coming together really well, much better than I thought. So yeah, I looked at Ernst this morning, and Radagast City area looks awesome.
That's
so yeah, and yeah, so it's, and now I've followed the Arton Samai all the way up now. I'm past Rook Roost and stuff while we've been doing this. So it's starting to look really, really good. So yeah. So it's coming together. So there will be lots of cool stuff to look at Page and at during the holidays. So yeah.
Cool.
All right, so technically it's a 4-stream week, but 3 because I don't know if I'm gonna have Gabbin next Sunday because Eagles home game on Sunday night. We'll see, but it'll be Monday instead of Sunday next week after next. But we'll worry about that later in the week. Tim, see, it switched the thing on me, man. It does it all the time. It just switches over.
It's always a good time for the mongrels.
All right, finally. Well, we get to Earth Journal 28. That's my first ever article in the Earth Journal. In it, this is the GaiaCon version from 2019. So we'll go 20. I don't think we're going to get through 3 of them. So I said 28. If we do 31, so be it. 20, 29, and 30 on Wednesday night. Earth Journals. That'll be Wednesday. Thursday night, we finished Secrets of the Past. Boy, do I have a surprise for them. So they've been fighting. What is that? Is that a the tongue? Oh God. We have yeah, I got some surprises for on this one. As they're looking for some connection to Prince Tercerin here. So yes, you are. Our Journal 29 is coming, man. So we'll get to that. 28, 29, and 30. And then Saturday at 11. I think the cast is finalized with the exception of maybe Rogue Chick will be in on this. We will see. We're going to, Korg is back playing too. Occult Factions. See, I was ready. Bella, Myriad, Star, Phantom NJ, Korg the Mighty, and maybe Rogue Chick if she can make it for that. So we add in a 5th player, and of course Quentin for this one. So continue the storyline a little different direction, and that will be at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, and then then we'll have we'll see when Gabbin is, but that'll finish up the week coming up. So we got a busy week. All right, here we go. Exclamation point drawing. Get your choice of 2. I got plenty of stuff here. Big things are Greyhawk Gazetteer, Marklands. I got a Scarlet Brotherhood here. I still got treasures, and then I got a couple adventures. So let's see what we got, and then we're gonna raid in the Darling. And that'll be that. So here we go, closing this out. Here we go. Winner tonight is Tim Enoch Pratt. Grats. Oh, God, I missed you there. Enoch, grats, man. Enoch, do you have Marklands? Enoch, do you have Scarlet Brotherhood? Let me know. And if you don't, then you're going to get one of them. I also have a Shattered Circle here, which is a good adventure by Bruce Cordell. I think I'll send that to you too. Just let me know. So right now I'm going to send you Scarlet Brotherhood and Shattered Circle. And if that's okay, if not, let me know. All right. Tim, thanks, man, for participating in this one. You've been on like 3 straight weeks. Something's wrong, man.
This is fun. Well,
yeah, I knew you enjoyed it.
What's going to happen is I'm on a diet.
Good.
And the family's kind of like, we've changed our mode. So then we're all eating together more consistently. We're getting stuff done. And so it kind of like the rhythm of life has now made it where it's just like, hey, I have a little bit more time at this point.
Good. That's awesome. How about Marklands, Tim? You got that, Enoch? He's becoming ever present, Tim, which is good. All right.
No, I will never lose my mystery.
All right. So I got yes. No, and someone said that in Facebook. So I think Jeff, you laughed at it too. And I said to him, well, he may be showing up on these, but once you play in a game with Tim DMing and see if he deserves the ever mysterious moniker still, and then I know that Jeff laughed at that. I saw that. I appreciated that. So yeah. All right, Shattered Circle and Marklands for Enoch Pratt. There, got it. I didn't send out 2000 Caesars either because I forgot, and I'm sorry, but he doesn't know Tim like we. No one knows Tim like we do, Jeff. No one does, right? You got to know Tim. The ever present. Thank you, Doc, and thank you all. Anna, thanks for a great show, and Tim,
thank you, and thank you, everyone. Yep.
Everything I showed you is available somewhere really easy to get. So if you want anything on the Witches or Warlocks, they're easy to get. Tim Bannon does not cost a lot of money. And then, you can get all these other publications pretty much for free if you know where to look for the dragons especially. So we're going to raid into Darling now. Enjoy the rest of the night. See you all on Wednesday night for Earth Journals. See you all soon.
Yep.
Boom.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Raiding in. Cats in the background.
Get me.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you Wednesday night. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, Jacob, we have had 2 car rides today, so he's both. But when we go. Oh yeah, in the morning on Sundays we go grocery shopping. So instead of we go pick up the groceries and then we go and have breakfast at Jack in the Box. So that's the Sunday morning routine, and we do that every Sunday. And he gets a burger, and he is so happy. And then it was so hot; It was 90 degrees today, so we went to the dog park and we